As we come to the close of Black History Month, but not to the end of our remembering and celebrating African American heritage, today we are highlighting some African American first. In 1913, Mary E. Merritt was born in Berea, Kentucky. She was the first African American nurse to be licensed in Kentucky. In 1935, Charles W. Anderson Jr. was Kentucky's first African American legislator in the South since Reconstruction. In 1937, Willa Brown Chappelle, born Willa Beatrice Brown in Glasgow, Kentucky, earned her pilot's license, making her the first African American woman to be licensed in the United States. Anna Mack Clark, a native of Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and a graduate of Kentucky State University. She was the first African American woman in Kentucky to enlist in the military during World War II and was a member of the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, or WAC. In 1949, Lyman T. Johnson became the first African American to attend classes at the University of Kentucky. In 1953, Grace Marilyn James was born in Charleston, West Virginia. She was the first African American physician on the University of Louisville School of Medicine faculty. In 1959, Alberta Odell Jones was the first African American woman to pass the Kentucky bar, and she was the first woman appointed city attorney in Jefferson County. In 1952, Zerl A. Palmer was the first African American pharmacist to own a Rexall franchise in the United States here in Lexington, Kentucky. And also, he was the first Black member of the University of Kentucky Board of Trustees. In 1961, John T. Smith was the first African American student to receive a doctorate from the University of Kentucky. In 1963, Harry Nash Sykes, a native of Starkville, Mississippi, was the first African American city councilman here in Lexington, Kentucky, and also served as mayor pro tem. In 1969, Monetta J. Sleet Jr., born in Owensboro, Kentucky, was the first African American to win a Pulitzer Prize in photography. In 1969, Doris Wilkinson was the first African American woman appointed to the full-time faculty in the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Kentucky. In 1971, Reverend William E. Summers III, born in Louisville, became the first African American radio station owner in the state of Kentucky when he purchased WLOU. Brenda Denise Cowan, born in Sturgis, Kentucky, was Lexington's first Black female firefighter. In 1980, Viola Davis Brown, born in Lexington, Kentucky, was the first African American nurse to lead a state office of public health and nursing in the United States. In 1988, Judge Gary D. Payne was the first African American judge in Lexington, Fayette County, Kentucky. In 1999, Judge Pamela Goodwine became the first African American woman in the Fayette County Judiciary. In 2001, Anthony Beatty became the first African American chief of police in Lexington, Kentucky. In 2007, Andrea M. James, born in Lexington, Kentucky, became the first African American woman elected to the Lexington City Council. In June 2012, retired Lieutenant Colonel Keith L. Jackson made history by becoming the first African American appointed chief of the Lexington Division of Fire and Emergency Services. On October the 1st, 2022, Kimberly Baird was sworn in as the first African American to serve as Fayette County's Commonwealth's attorney. On October the 1st, 2022, Angela Evans became the first African American Fayette County attorney. In February 2023, Thomasina Grider became the first African American woman promoted to lieutenant in the Lexington Police Department. May we forever remember and celebrate our African American heritage. To God be the glory for our past, our present, and our future achievements.